Oh shoot, mom's calling me. I'll be right back. Hey yo.
And of course, couldn't even go 2 minutes without picking up his daggone phone. Mommy's calling. Mommy.
Yo. What up, everybody? This is your boy. What? I'm sorry. I'm not the host today. I'm sorry. It was just, second nature. Will, it's on you, brother.
Bro, I'm not prepared. I already told you.
Yo, Contrell, do the introduction. Show this dude how it's done, Contrell.
No, I got it.
On the spot.
Hey,
Let's go.
no, I got it. I'll do it just like you. Hey, what's up, chat? It's here. Future patriarch. Yeah. We got the little bro here. Nah, go ahead. Y'all do it.
Contrell, it's on you. Let's show him, bro. On the spot. Let's go.
Since you asked to go, what up,
The Goat
chat?
Barber,
What up?
yes, indeed.
What up, potty? What up, podcast? What's good, y'all? What's good, world? What's good, fans? We love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in for another show this week. We about to get busy. We got the Brodies here, man. One left because he had to take a phone call.
Shit.
I ain't gonna bother that, you know what I'm saying? But hey, man, my name's Kentrell, aka Pastor K. We got my big bro, William, aka Legend, aka I call him Legend.
It's the
What's your
future
name, bro?
patriarch. Yeah, future
Let's
patriarch.
go.
What's up, chat? What's up, potty? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling?
Yeah.
Man, I think they good, man. How you feeling, bro?
I'm all right, man. Just chilling. Had a nice day off. Went to church. Praise the Lord a bit. We good.
All right. Has he been good to you this week? He's been good.
Oh, he has.
All right. What he do for you this week?
I can't tell you everything, but I'll just say I'm blessed.
Hey, man. You blessed with a good barber too, man. I can't say that
man.
for many.
Yeah. See the eyebrow, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm bringing that back.
Next, man. Next we got my brother, man. The gospel rock star of the guitar. Andrew Ray Monroe, however you want to put it.
Oh, you had it. You had it right the first time, Doc.
AKA
The voice of reason,
yeah, man. What's good?
live and in the flesh, in the building. I'm chilling, man. Things is looking up. I mean, they normally looking up, but they looking upper.
Hey, man, listen. It's smoke season, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, smoke and grilling season, bro.
You don't gotta tell me, bro. I just cleaned off the grills last week. Trust me. The meats is getting smoked. No pause. All Diddy. Any type of meat getting smoked. Any type of meat is getting put on the smoker. Delectable. Delicious.
Delectable.
Rumps and wiener.
Sensational.
Satisfying your palates. It's coming. It's on the way. You don't gotta tell me.
You haven't cooked on the grill yet?
I only did some burgers like last week, but that don't count.
Got you.
That's baby
Yeah, man.
grilling. We talking about real man grilling. We talking about brisket. We talking about
Got you.
turkey wings. We talking about pork belly. We talking about ribs. We talking food. We talking about the meats. You feel me?
Them
All
long
the
links.
meats. The longest of links, Will. I'm gonna
All
smoke
right,
you. I'm
man.
gonna smoke you. I'm gonna smoke you the longest link, and I'm gonna drive down to Hampton, and I'm gonna feed it to you myself.
Really?
Feel me? And it's not gay. It's not gay because we bros. So if a little tip of my finger, brush off on your lip, ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just brotherly love. You feel me?
Come on, bro.
Hey. Yo.
Next up.
Next, man, we got my other brother, man. I call him Daytoven. We call him Daytoven.
The birthday boy.
DJ Brown.
sir.
What up, bro? What's good, man?
What up, y'all?
What up,
Yeah,
wait?
man.
Happy
I'm just
belated
relaxed.
birthday, man.
I
Yeah,
appreciate it, brother.
Yeah,
Y'all decided to be. Will was the only one that wasn't disrespectful. Will actually was the only sibling that wasn't disrespectful posting me on my birthday. And just know, December 31st.
I wasn't
That
either.
was disrespectful.
I wasn't either.
What I do that was disrespectful?
You didn't do nothing. You didn't do nothing, Ray. I was talking about
to say.
the siblings. Nah, you didn't do. Ray text me. Was one of the first to text me. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean,
You already know.
But this nigga Control Gun posted a picture with me and the Diddy poster. Like, that is so. And then he said, and then he covered Diddy's face and was like, "Yeah, you got until midnight, or I'm gonna tell everybody." He said to do something, or I'm gonna show everybody who it is. I said, I don't care. Like,
That's
it's
crazy.
still on my Facebook. It is what it is.
Man.
Damn.
It's a different day. You put the it's a different.
That's cool.
day.
Listen, I ain't
This-
worried about it.
This picture is up right now. This podcast about to hit 1 million views. Make sure you hashtag Diddy in the description because
He ain't gonna see it.
Huh?
I said he ain't gonna see it.
Yo,
You know what?
Our other brother, man, beat George Smith, aka the Chief Intercessor.
Chief
He had to take a
Intercessor.
call.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, he had to take a call. So you know,
Take a dupe.
we're gonna get into this show.
Yeah,
I know we got
yeah.
topic.
I'm sorry, Contrell. There's no way
Huh?
George didn't have to take a boo boo.
Yeah, he's in the toilet right now.
Talk about my mom calling.
Oh, my
Get
mom's
outta
calling.
here.
Gotta go. Nah.
Get out of here. Yo.
Oh, look at that relief. Relief.
Feel a little lighter, bro.
How dare you lie on Mama Vivine?
What do you praise the Lord, everybody? First of all, secondly, I just held counsel with the pastoral staff
Well,
at
that's what we're
Christian
calling
Fellowship
it.
Church of 600 Jones Hill Road in West Haven, Connecticut. I just held counsel
Wait,
with
all
my
the pastors
pastor. I usually don't disclose those meetings. Like,
You
Everything
have
is-
to take the Browns to the Super Bowl. Cut it out.
everything's not for public consumption, Kentrell. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to take the kids downstairs. You know what I mean? You know? All right.
You took the kids to the pool. What do you mean?
Absolutely not. I'm talking to my mom. Yo. Oh my god,
Yo,
yo.
you got off this phone call. I mean, this video chat quick. Oh
Nah,
man,
man,
that's
nah, man. I had the whole council with the pastor.
all right.
How you brothers doing?
We well.
Listen, lying about doodooing in these last days and times is not even considered apropos for me. If I gotta go, I gotta go. You feel me?
Yes,
I got
sir.
YouTube Premium for a reason. That's
It's on you,
Hey
Trev.
man,
You the host.
you got the topics. What you talking about, man? Hey man, look, hold on. I do got something to say. So this week, there has been a couple of instigated. It's raining. Shoot, couple instigated situations. Um, my good brother here, Ray, want to add his whack barber in our our gold group chat to try to get him to, like, I don't know. He first of all he called his barber America's barber. Like,
I
bro.
said he is America's barber. He's the NFL's barber now.
I mean, bro, bro, he could lose that job any day, bro. That's fine. He it ain't like, bro, he got that job by proxy, bro. He's not cutting anybody. He's cutting a rookie's hair right now, bro. It's fine, bro. I
I
want to
mean,
he ain't
he
cutting
he
LeBron's hair,
cutting QB1's hair too over at Bama. So I mean,
really
saying he cutting QB1's hair over at Bama too. So
wow.
I
He
mean,
up, Trout.
he up,
bro.
Trell.
He's up.
Trell, he up. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
I mean, bro, I make more money than him, so it's cool.
Oh
I
my
mean,
god.
I'm not. I mean, I
And
ain't
I'm a
gonna
better
debate
barber,
that.
so
I
it
don't
don't
know.
matter. I'm a better
I
barber.
don't know who make what. I know he got a couple houses. I know
Oh
he
my
got a spot
god.
up in Martha's Vineyard. I know he got a couple things going on, bro. I'm just saying.
I
Just
just want
saying.
you I just want you to admit that, like, I'm better than you, barber, bro. That's it. I'm never gonna let this go until you be honest, bro. Like, you're not being honest.
So let me get
If
this straight.
George is telling you, if DJ is telling you, if Williams telling you, I mean, that's all the facts you need, bro. You just need to be honest with yourself.
You might want to lead with
So
William because me and DJ don't really. Me and DJ don't really. You might want to lead with
Hey man,
William on
y'all,
that.
y'all had the best beer lines, man. So, like, see, when I saw Ray the other day, the day he got his haircut, his
Mm.
beard line was a little dull, bro. But we can keep going. Next, first topic, DJ. First
Oh
topic.
no.
I hope Ephraim tap into this. I hope Ephraim tap into this podcast and flame you.
Wow, you just tagged him in.
Listen,
All right,
y'all.
DJ.
Um, before we get into the first topic, I need everybody to like, share, subscribe, comment. I need you to text this link to your group chats, to your peoples. Please, please, please help spread the word. You know what I mean? I believe we have a great thing with this podcast, and it's going to be nothing but some education, but a bunch of laughter. So just stay tuned, and shout out to Tamron Hutton, TH5 Media at on Instagram at TERONH. I always say this every episode, and I'm not capping when I say it. This man is thorough at what he does, and if he don't know how to do it, he's gonna find a way to educate himself on the matter to succeed in whatever whatever needs you have for your personal crib or a business, a brand, whatever the case may be. Is holla at him. Appreciate you, T. All right, so we're gonna get into this first topic. It's on you, T.
Of women are absolutely delusional. They are.
How
But,
so?
but why? Oh,
Yep.
well, they're delusional because they believe that there's this special man specifically for them
Yes.
that will worship the ground that she walk on for eternity and not see any other woman besides her and not have any sexual desire for another woman outside of her and give her all of his money and all of his attention to her
In time.
and time.
Yeah.
And she believes that the older she gets, the more opportunity that she's going to face. You know why? Because she does not understand men.
So let me, Will, let me go with you since you're first right there. Um, are all of these women that think this way? Do you feel like they're delusional?
Yes. And they all need to just be lonely until the time to leave this earth so we can just go ahead and start over with a new generation of women. That's what needs to happen. We need to go ahead and stop procreating if these women just, snatch up these last good ones that's left, make daughters with them and train them out right, and let these other ones just gone just quietly into the night.
Expire.
Wow.
We just do. Because it's simple.
So
The fact of
go
the
ahead, go
matter
ahead.
is, yeah, the fact of the matter is, like, men, we've been telling them for years what they need to do and what we need from them to get what they want. They don't want to listen. We keep telling them what the issues we have with them. They don't listen. They just like turn it around. Oh, he must be gay, or he must be broke, or he must have mommy issues. It's always that. It has nothing to do with them and how they're acting, how they're behaving, and the idiocies that come out of their mouth. It has nothing to do with that. It's all on us. So, not only that, there's women who have been in their shoes that have had the same thought patterns, who have, like, I would like to say, like, they've awakened, and they see what life really is about, and they're like, okay, yeah, these niggas, they talking the truth. We need to start listening. And they start telling them women, yeah, like, they're right. We be on that wild shit. We got to stop doing this. We got to start doing this. But they still don't want to listen. So I feel like if one who used to be them walked in their shoes, had the same type of creed and thought patterns that they did, was able to see the truth and trying to tell them, they still not listen. There's no hope, bro. So that they just gotta, like I said, go peacefully into the night, and we just need to reboot.
Here he is, the man of the hour, my boy Ephraim Clipper Hands Green just entered the chat. What's good? That's the NFL's barber. Kentrell, say what's up. Bow down and pay homage, my boy. The NFL's
Uh,
barber just entered the chat. Say what's up, Trell.
That's what's up. What up, yo? Thank you for joining us.
Where's the rest of
As
all that
as
good
you were
stuff you
saying,
was
Will,
just talking? Where's the rest of that good
Wait.
stuff you was just talking, Trell?
as you were saying, Will. Hey,
so
I say what I say at once, bro. So we in the show, bro.
You
I
don't want
respect
to
it.
say
Control.
it now.
I mean,
I
I
respect
mean,
it.
he has a point. He has a point. He has a point.
Yo. Oh my
Uh,
gosh, yo. We
Con-
gotta send Ephraim a
Control.
link.
Control. Same thing. Like, do you feel like all those women that think like this are delusional, or some really have a point? Like they onto something.
Um, I, I'm kind of like with Will, bro. Like they just, I feel like, I feel like women just don't. I gotta say this like careful. Some women just don't listen, bro. Like, and
Mm.
I think God was super specific and he's real strategic in why a man should lead a woman because
Hmm.
it's like a father leading his daughter the right way, bro. Like we teaching him. It is what it is, and I don't know, bro. Women just gotta learn how to listen, bro. And I feel like they think it's something of control, but it's not. It's not that, bro. It's all love when they really think about it. If they really look at it from the context of what we saying,
No,
that's
it's
it,
they
bro.
feel it's beneath them. They feel like a man can't tell them nothing, and that's the
Yeah,
Right.
problem. How you
yeah,
got that audacity in your heart to just feel like a man can't tell you nothing, but God Himself told us to have authority over you.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Ray, what are you smiling at?
Yeah.
I'm looking at
Like,
George's face.
Uh,
America's
he
barber.
from
That's right.
all right, George. The same thing. There's not one of these women that have something like they make sense.
Well, I'll choose my words wisely. And
Nah, why?
excuse
Just
me.
be blunt, man. Just be blunt. They need the raw, bro. They need the raw. That's the only
Like,
thing that could
but
possibly
it's
help them.
like just thinking on it from because there has to be some sort of like devil's advocate in here where someone's gonna tell you from their perspective that I tried that before. I tried to let him lead, and he took me. Actually, you know what? I'll go back to your point where you say that we're supposed to the men is supposed to lead, but if she retorts back to you, well, you're supposed to love me like Jesus loved the church. Like, what do you do then? Are you
Absolutely.
loving her that much?
Absolutely.
Unadulterated, like with no doubt. I
Absolutely.
just
Yo,
I just think like we
but
need
I
to be
think
careful when we speak in absolutes.
mhm.
We got to be careful because we could paint people into a corner on one side, and while there might be some cases of what's the best way to put it, because it's not really like a disobey thing, disagreeing. There's definitely some cases of a woman not listening, but in those cases, what are we to do? You just gotta let them find out on their own. You gotta let people learn the hard way instead of work yourself up to the point where you're just like, you know what, blah blah this and that. We're, we'll wait till the earth is rid of you, and and we'll spawn we'll spawn a new colony. We don't gotta Thanos them because like we gotta expect somebody to actually learn from like the one thing about life you definitely learn from life. But again, speaking in absolutes, not everybody is going to learn from life. There's going to be that one person that's alone, miserable. There's going to be a Tracy
Mhm.
Ellis Ross
We're gonna be a lot
dating
of
a,
them.
a
Yep.
dating a 23-year-old dancer. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be those type of people. But then there's going to be people like the lady on the podcast that realize like, hey, I tried it this way and it didn't work. So I'm just I don't like just painting everybody in that same box because I don't feel like everybody thinks the exact same way about all these issues. I just feel like the ones that do,
Mhm.
they stick out like a sore thumb, and it's not as many as we believe to be. In my opinion.
What? I don't know about that. Y'all feel the
Go
same
ahead.
way? Y'all feel like it's not as many as it seemed. It's just that they're sticking out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean that's a valid argument. I'm just gonna say it just even if it's not as many as it seems, it really seems like there's a lot of them.
because they're loud. They tend to be loud too. So when they're
Yeah,
loud, it seems like it's more. So
yeah, and I also
so
feel
George,
like
you basically go ahead, go ahead.
like they really self sabotaging. Like most dudes is just once things run their course, most dudes is not really putting up with that. So by their own means, they really just gonna end up like George said, miserable and alone and just unhappy because they refuse to change the way they think. And that's really, I mean, unfortunately, that's just gonna be on them. And I mean, there are women out there that do have, that right mindset. They do think about things, the way a relationship should be thought of. And those women normally are the ones that get chose. Those are the ones who, they get their ring, they get their man, they get their house, their kids, and they live happily ever after and everybody. And then the ones like we talking about now, they just gonna be victims of their own mindset. So I think you just gonna have to let them be just that. Let them be victims of their own doing. That's it.
Um, I agree with what George is saying. So I believe that they're out there for the most part, but I do feel like because they are so loud, we generalize all of them, and I feel like that's not going to always be the case. But I do feel more than none a higher percentage of women think this way, and that's that's just a terrible way of thinking. Let's like we can all agree on that. Like
Yep.
we can say, oh, 2 out of 10 women think that, or 9 out of 10 women think that way, but whatever, or 10 out of 10 think that way. You know, whatever the case maybe is, we can all agree that it's a horrible way to think. And I do agree with William on, we got to raise our daughters and the young ladies coming up not to think that way, not to think that way, or like George said, you're gonna be a 60-year-old woman dating a 23-year-old, somebody that
Hmm.
you can control.
hmm
Hmm.
And
You
not just
know,
that, like these women gotta realize that, no matter how they want to look at it, no matter if they go ahead and get their permits, no matter if they join self defense classes, a single woman, and y'all could look at it different if y'all want to. The way I look at them is like they're targets, man. They are targets, and it's anything from walking the streets alone and predators out looking to get them on down to getting your oil change. Niggas is gonna try to take advantage because there's no male presence,
Hmm.
and it's like I don't want that for my daughter. Like I told her, I like there's gonna be friends. I like your mama might tell you don't need no man. Just go ahead and worry about your education and get your own. Like yeah, I want you to do that. I want you to be prepared and whatever. But nah,
Hmm.
you need a man in your life. You need someone to lead you. You definitely do. And I'm gonna sit there and raise you so you know what I'm saying, you know how to choose the correct one.
so you don't think in any situation or scenario a woman can lead.
Nah, man. I don't. I don't.
Mm.
Unless she's transgender. I don't know.
Ah,
Oh,
yo.
You know?
It's crazy.
uh,
And I'm just being real, like, and it's not, and it's no slight to them. It's just that God, He created us all with different attributes, and
Mm.
male attributes were giving to us because we would have that place, where we would have the lead, where women's was given to them to, you know, be a helpmate. Like my God is not a
Mm.
fool. You know what I'm saying? Why would He give, you know, the same type of traits that I would need to do my job, to my woman. Like I feel like you'll start butting heads. Like that don't make sense.
Mhm.
It don't make sense to me. We're gonna flourish in different areas, and there's nothing wrong with that. Women got to get this whole thing like out of their mind. We equal. We the same. I could do the same things. No, you can't do the same things a man can do. Like because if you could, like all these years, you would have done it.
Mm.
And I would never
Mhm.
say that I can do the things that women are naturally made to do. Like I can't do it. So it's like as men, if we can accept it, why they can't?
Hmm.
Why they can't accept they can't make no decisions at all in life? You,
It ain't about making decisions.
you just
It ain't about that.
oh my gosh.
Nah, I mean, but to be like, I mean, honestly, to me, to be a good wife, like you gotta be okay with just, for lack of a better term, sitting your ass down. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes,
You
and
see
no,
how you
and
just
and
take
of
it to
course,
the
yes,
next
and I'm saying it.
level?
Yeah, I'm saying it to the next level. You're right, but it means to like just like let a man be a man. You know what I'm saying? Let him have it. Like sometimes you just gotta let that man have whatever, yo,
So,
because he's the man. Like you know what I'm saying, and it's respectfully. I know I said it disrespectfully, but it's respectfully.
so Will, if a man, alpha man, leads with a boom, 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 and he has moments where he lets her lead, is he weak for that?
It depends on what it is. Like if it's something that she would shine in, that him as the lead to put her like okay, like you spearhead this. You know what I'm saying? He's still leading in that aspect, in my opinion.
How so? Like he's doing nothing because
He
he.
because he gave her the authority to go ahead. Like, you
Oh
take the reins
god,
on.
there it is. Elena said, "What can women do that y'all can't besides have babies?" Will.
Yeah, having babies and also that nurturing aspect when it comes to raising them. Yeah, we could raise them up fine. Yeah, I'm not even gonna go into the statistics of you know single households versus men and women, but all day when it comes to that nurturing aspect, yeah, we don't got it like them. We don't.
Mm.
Mm.
Next topic. Why you get why it gotta be like that, Mr. It's real.
Yeah, quit. It's just yeah, the terms
Yeah,
like this would definitely this right here, the way it's being presented, wouldn't cause peace.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing you want in your marital relationship is peace. There are times that you're gonna have to just shut up for the sake of peace. Like there's gonna be times where you're gonna have to make your point and be proven wrong, and the
right.
same with her. So
Correct.
instead of y'all just sitting there just clashing, like I'm the lead, and if you're gonna do this, I have to delegate you as the leader first. That way, I'm still in the lead while you're leading. Like all the labels at the end of the day don't make sense because at the end of the day, you want to go into a peaceful bed that'll eventually need a towel before the night ends. Do we agree?
Yeah, hold up, and that's correct. The one that was just Anita Howard. You're right. Just because you said just because you're a man, it doesn't mean you can lead. That is 100% true. But at the end of the day, it's still my job. if I'm in a relationship with somebody like that woman, you chose whether I'm a good leader or not. You chose me to lead you. That's still my job. So it's like that's I totally get that, but like at the end of the day, it's like you can't. Let's just move on. Never mind.
Nah.
I'm trying to say it in a way where it's not like what I'm saying harsh, but
Ain't no way to.
it's like
There's no way
it's
to
like
not say that.
exactly. There's no way because they're
There's
just
no
never
way.
gonna take it like how it's supposed to be taken, and I feel
It-
like and let's say like have you like Ephesians, right? I like talking about Ephesians, right? Have you ever like heard a woman pastor speak on Ephesians?
Yep.
I haven't personally, and I think it's because women struggle with that.
Oh, have you ever had a woman pastor? Will?
Have I ever had a woman pastor? No,
Yeah.
but I've seen many of women, come to churches and preach and even watch women do sermons and stuff. I've just never seen a woman speak from Ephesians. And the crazier part about it, especially in our culture, I would feel like there's a huge need for it. So I'm trying to understand why I don't see it more or why don't I see it, period. And I really do think even Christian women who love God still struggle with that, with having
with
to have a man lead them and having to have a man have authority over them. I think so.
No, Elena. Look,
That's
that's
crazy.
that's why people backslide, Elena. Don't do that. That's so foul.
Yeah, nah. Kim Burrell had when Kim Burrell was
Oh,
passing, she had a whole conference called Ephesians, and based around that, I heard Cynthia. I'm sure Cynthia. I mean, it's nothing I can remember. I'm not gonna lie because it was so many years ago. But yeah, I don't. That's not my experience. That women stay away from preachers. Female preachers stay away from Ephesians. Real quick, Teron, put up Deborah. I can't remember her last name. She said a comment. I want Contrell's uh, thoughts on this. He said there are
Quay's
some
going
strong women
crazy.
out there. It is unfortunate that some men don't know what they are supposed to do.
Supposed to do. Oh.
You're a jerk. But it's true. It's true. But at the same time, like just people in general, like we all, even we grown adults, we still learning.
Yeah.
Like it's true. Like what I'm saying, man, man or woman, we still all what I'm saying, learning. So I get we're supposed to lead, but don't expect like we know everything. We know what we have to do. We still figuring stuff out ourselves. But that don't
Yeah,
mean that we can't be a good leader. It don't mean we not gonna mess up either.
yeah.
But I
I mean,
think,
like,
instead of but my thing is instead of like harping on like maybe it's from your experiences where men have fallen short and you like men can't lead and they don't do what they're supposed to do, like like some accountability and like, well, I chose them.
So let me get this. Let me clarify something, Ro. Let me make sure I'm understanding what you're saying. Are you talking specifically husbands and wives, or are you talking just generically, like blanketed, just men and women? Period.
As far as what, like,
Like when you're talking about men are supposed to be the leaders in the book of Ephesians and all that stuff. Are you speaking
yeah,
in terms of like husband and wife, or just men and women
yeah, men and
generally?
women in general, like, because even in
Yeah,
relationship,
that's
like
I gotta
you
disagree with
still
you on that. Then
okay. So if you don't practice it within a relationship, what are you supposed to do? Like day one, when you say your vows, you walk down the aisle. Oh, you're supposed to just turn it on. It don't work like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it does. It does work
to
like
just
that.
turn it
I,
on.
Will, because when you dating somebody, right?
Right.
You vetting them out. You vetting them
True.
out.
You are.
Right.
You are.
So at the same time, you trying to sniff out, it's like, yo, is this really like the person? Yes or
Mhm.
no? And then when you make that decision that you know, like, you know what, this is actually, I found the one, then it's
Mhm.
like you start to get serious and things, start to mature more. But
Of course. Yeah.
I mean, if we talking about the book of Ephesians, it's clear. I mean, it says husbands and wives. So it's clearly
Right.
talking about married people. So I can't apply it to just I mean, men and women just generally. So I mean, yeah, husbands love your wives. Christ loved the church. Wives, submit yourselves to your husbands as he submits himself to Christ, because he's the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church. Blah 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 blah. But that's not blah 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 blah. That's the word of God. I'm sorry, but it's husband wife. So I mean, I can't just look at it and say
Yeah.
like just women. Period.
I
Just
mean, it would
listen
have
to
been
men.
pretty corny. It would have been really corny to say boyfriend and girlfriend in the Bible. But besides that, like my
Shut
boy, like
up,
think
yo.
about it.
my
It
head
just
hurts.
that don't sound like a dope verse to me. But my thing
that
is,
that don't sound like a dope verse to me.
but my thing is, it's like, check it. It's like, yo, if you sitting there, you dating a woman seriously, and she like to wear what she want, show off as much as skin as she want, stay out and go with her girls, out with her girls whenever she
Mm-hmm.
want, come in when she want, go on
Yeah.
girls when she want. Like my thing is within that relationship, if you let that fly and to the altar and feel like she's just gonna be able to turn that off and you ain't gonna have no major issues, nah, I don't think that's
Nah,
realistic.
those are red flags. Those are exit signs. What you're describing, I'm not staying in no
So
relationship if she's dressed the way she want to, going out, skinning out, and
Right.
all of that stuff. I'm not marrying that
Right.
girl.
Right.
Those are
okay,
red flags.
so okay, let's just say you have a nice girl, whatever that you
Hmm.
dating, whatever, and let's say she have, she might wear something that's a little bit revealing. You see her about to go out, what you about to do?
And we're married or unmarried,
No, that's not. That's just your girl. That's it. Y'all in a
and she's
serious
wearing
relationship.
she's wearing
That's a
something
actual.
crazy and go. Yeah, that's a red
That's a
Like
good
flag.
something that
opportunity. That's a good
it's a
opportunity to
red.
see how she respond.
No, but I'm asking George because he said it's a red flag. Like I don't think
Yeah,
that's a red. I don't think that's a red flag
absolutely.
per
If she's
se.
going out in
I
something
think
too short, too revealing, and I'm like, yo, where are you going dressed like that? And that turns into like
well,
some sort of
yeah,
argument
well
or
that's a
something
red
like that,
flag.
I'm
But
out.
just her doing that, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like it's a red flag, not because that's what she chose to wear, but if it turned into something when you voice your opinion on it.
No, it's not because
And
I'm voicing my opinion, because it's not about my opinion. See, this is where a lot of the relationship arguments stem from. We
mhm,
tend to leave the actual subject and get into all of the foolishness of of the hierarchy of the thing, when it could be about the dress.
mhm,
And now the dress argument is about the you're not listening to me. Well, you're not my father. Like, all that stuff could go
right.
on. And we're not married. I'm not staying in that. I'm not staying in
And
that.
I
I'm out.
understand that. Okay. But the reason why I asked that is because by you saying something and voicing your opinion on like
Hmm.
however you might put it, I don't feel comfortable with you going out looking like that. Like you don't feel that's kind of in the realm of acting as if y'all were married. Like
Nah.
you don't feel like that's y'all moving really no.
Mm-mm.
How is it not?
Because that's just a relationship period. Like you should be able
'Cause
to communicate to anybody when something like is making you uncomfortable. Like you should be able to say that. Like Will, you should be able to say that to me or Trell or DJ. It's like, yo, like I'm not comfortable with X, Y, and Z, and
I'm not
and being
comfortable
that
how
we're
you
in
go out looking. how you
No,
look,
I'm
how
not.
you
We're
look.
not talking about how I'm looking. We just talking in general. Like if somebody doing something that you're not comfortable with, it don't even got to be your lady. Like if you say like you got a relationship with like me, Contrell, DJ, George. Say we
Hmm.
doing something. It's like yo, I don't really like that. Like I don't like the way you move in.
Yeah,
I'll like that
she
kind of
not.
like. I feel like you
Yeah,
over fun. Like and if we were to be like. We would turn around and then be like, you know what, my bad. I didn't even mean it like that. Blah 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 blah. It's just the principle of how relationships are supposed to work, just like that general respect. You get what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's not even like the way you looking at it is more like just like man woman type thing. It's not like man woman. It's just relationships. Period.
and you know how women, many women will say, "Nigga, you ain't my husband,"
Okay.
because that like you acting like you within that type of relationship, like a marriage, like I like. It, I don't understand how y'all don't agree with, you know, you can't just like get married and just start acting like a married couple. But I
Yeah,
feel
you
like
do.
beforehand, there's still certain things that apply. Like you know what I'm saying. Like it's like almost like you training for marriage in a sense.
There's no real way to train for marriage before you actually get married.
Right.
How's it not?
Cause
There's
y'all
no
always
way to
gonna
train for
I
be
marriage before you get
mean,
changing,
married.
growing.
I,
It's
I
like
I've
Yeah,
never
yeah,
I've never
exactly.
been
But
I've never been married, but I would think um two things can be right in this situation. I believe there's certain things you can, but the depth of being married, just speaking to big bros and people that have been married, of course, um, they said the same thing. It's it's night and day. It's not what you think. Like you could prep yourself all you want. There's certain things, of course, you can prep yourself for, but as soon as
right.
you do life together, it's a whole different ball game.
yeah, I'm
Yep.
not saying that. I'm not saying that. Like, okay, once you get married and if you've been training your whole relationship, like you ain't gonna have no issues, no major issues. I'm not saying that. What I'm just saying is like within a serious relationship, if y'all looking to build like for real build, like y'all start walking and moving like a married couple. If you for real serious about it.
Mm.
To a degree, yeah. To a degree, you're right.
Well, yeah, that's all I'm saying. Yeah.
I don't see how you do that.
But you just gave an example, like
How?
like how you would like I gave you the scenario about her wearing
You
something that you
you
didn't like, and
you
how
know
you
why
would
it's different?
hmm
You know why it's different? Because in the scenario where we're dating, it's a much more easier out for me to just be like, I'm done. It's a very simple out. If I'm married and I tell her not to go out in that dress and she still goes out, she goes out and then she comes back home to who? Me. And I'm
To the
sitting
box.
there.
hmm
So if in the date scenario she goes out and she goes stays at Shirley's house tonight, she doesn't talk
Right.
to me for a couple of days, texts me or whatever, like we'll apologize the Cantrell way, that we'll just like be in church and start shouting together. That's how they apologize in church. They'll just like shouting.
hmm
Bro, I am
Yo.
far from that.
I'm joking, bro. So I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Yeah. So like this, that's why it's different. Like when you're married, you got to come home to the person and still deal with that, and then still get the kids ready. And they go, "Mommy, why you not talking to Daddy? Like, what's going on?" It's a lot. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. Big difference.
yeah, in that like the consequences, of course, and how you have to deal with it given how it goes. But
Right.
my whole thing is just that you still, even like if it's a serious relationship, you still moving in the sense like y'all married. Like you don't just go out and not say, oh, like let's say y'all living together. Me and Nicole, we lived together before we got married. I don't care. I say we living right now. So, but yeah. Ain't no way I'm going out the house. I'm not telling her where I'm going, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah,
yeah. So, like that
that's
to
just
me,
common
like stuff
courtesy.
like
There ain't
that.
nothing. There's nothing marital
That's
related to
not
that,
common courtesy. How is that common
bro. You do
courtesy,
that when you live with your parents. I'm going to Tom House. I'll
bro?
be right back.
When I got
That's
of
common
age, I just,
courtesy.
bro. When I got of age, I left. Like, I'm not telling my mom where I'm going. Like,
When you
You
wait,
wasn't telling your
wait,
mom,
wait,
but
time out, time out,
I know
time
which
out,
parent you was telling.
time out. We
who?
go,
I
we
You
go,
wouldn't
you
tell my
we
better
go,
mom. I wouldn't
tell.
tell her
we
I
no.
know
I
gonna
who
wouldn't
you
end,
tell her
better tell,
either.
or
we
you're gonna be
we
trouble when
gonna
you get
end this
back to that house,
discussion.
William.
We gonna end this discussion right here. When you got what, Will? When you got what?
When I got of age,
When you got of age, it changed,
right?
right? So when you get married, guess what happens?
It ain't like that, bro.
It
Like, you doing
changes.
that
We can move on to the
beforehand.
next topic.
You doing it beforehand, and you
We can
already
move on
proved it. You
because you
doing
wasn't
certain
doing
things
it before.
beforehand. You doing certain
Legally,
things beforehand, bro.
legally, you weren't an adult, so you had to tell them where I'm going, what time I'll be back, if I'm using your car. Legally, you not married, so you're not doing the same thing you would do if you were legally married. So it's
And
different. Thanks.
if you're in a serious relationship with living with somebody, y'all not married, you would still extend, that
Well, I'm
same
not
thing.
living
Yo,
with nobody before I'm married.
I'm about to go to Ray House real quick. I'll be back in a couple hours. You still gonna do that?
I ain't living with nobody before I'm getting married. Nigga, ain't no way. I'm thugging it out until it's time.
I hear you.
Okay, we get it. Um, you know, this next topic, it was on like the same mind frame. Teron, you can put up the. It says, man seeks advice after dying. His dying wife asks permission to spend a night with an ex one last time.
Yep. Mm. And I would have said yes and go straight to hell after.
Yo.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. Before y'all go, let me just get my 2 cents. This is actually ridiculous, man. I don't know if this is true, but let's just for semantics say it's true. And ladies, I see Niqueva, Elena, I see Aunt Anita. Um, y'all can answer if you had a if you're dying, God forbid, of course, your dying husband asks to spend one last night with his ex.
You gonna die right then and there on that bed. That's
Exactly.
it.
Yo,
Hmm.
but for me, I'm thinking, and I'm gonna ask, like, to make sure she ain't joking. Even if she joking, I'm feeling some type of way. If she ain't joking, I'm walking out. There's nothing else to say. There's not a word to say. Not one other word to say.
Why she look like that in the bed though? Like I want old peen look on her face.
Bro, she's
Yeah, not
dying.
one word. Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts, Ray.
I mean, ain't much to say, bro. I wish Carissa would say something like that, bro. I mean, what are you even doing asking something like that? I mean, I can't even begin to think of where the savagery would start. I can't even begin, bro.
I would have been like, "Yep, go ahead and let him pay for your casket too."
I would have pulled up to the funeral home, spit in her face, flip the casket over, tell the funeral home I ain't paying for nothing, give him a fake name, tell him my name is Delroy Clark,
Oh,
give him a whole fake address, and he like, you can send the bill over there. I'm gonna be
oh my
I'm gonna
gosh.
be on Facebook, talking crazy in front of her whole family. This is just dumb. Like I don't. You think just because you dying, I'm supposed to pity you that much? It's like nah. Like Will say, nah. You can go take that down elevator, and I'll see you never.
And it'll be messed up, but at the same time, it's kind of a good look at the same time because if you looking to, have a one more time with your ex, that must mean you settled for me, bro. You for real settled for me for whatever reason, and your ex was better than me, which is messed up. But at the same time, it's cool that you now tell me this, so I don't have to sit here and fake mourn over you. I just get back in the saddle
Fake
because
mourn.
yeah. People see me with a chick and be like, "Oh, didn't your wife just die?" Like, bro, you want to know what she said to me on her deathbed? You want to know what she requested? And then it's
Yep.
like nobody can say nothing when they see me just in the streets with another chick, leaving the cemetery.
Oh
It's
man.
And I already make fun of Carissa because of her ex because he
Oh man.
Japanese. So
Oh no.
I'm always making jokes. I'm like, yo, you was dating like the
Huh?
Japanese dude. I'm like, you know what happened to Japan, right? And he was telling me, like his grandparents were real nice. I said, was his grandparents around for like the fireworks? Do they remember all of that? And she was like,
Fireworks.
stop, they're nice
Elena asked,
people.
"Would you
I'll be
be
like,
hurt,
yep.
Ray?"
No, I responded to her. I told her I would be highly annoyed and pissed. You want one last night with your Japanese ex? I'm like, all right. I'm like, the suicide rate in Japan is sky high, right?
Come on.
So I'm just like, I'm gonna just hit her with all the facts, and then I'm gonna be out. I'm like, yo, you gonna
I
have
feel
to.
like I feel like we'd all be hurt, but we not gonna show it.
Her wouldn't be. I think I just got too much of a mean streak in me to let the hurt be the predominant fact, the predominant emotion. It would just be more like pissed off
I
and
mean,
angry.
it don't has to be the. It doesn't have to be the predominant emotion. It could be, that
Right?
second or third one, but some part of you is gonna be hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Mm,
Like your soft side, bro. You got a soft side, man. You're gonna be hurt, bro. You're not gonna show us as your brothers. You're gonna, you know, take a day out and smoke a lot of meat, and then you're gonna, you know, yeah, that's gonna be a sad time, bro. It's okay.
you ain't never gonna be sad when you smoking meats, bro. Let's just make sure we clear on that.
I
It's
mean,
it's
it could
nothing but
be.
joy. And you know who's not gonna have none of them smoked meats? My trifling, my hypothetically trifling wife and her Japanese
Japanese ex.
yeah.
Yeah.
And how you know
I'll
Yeah.
wait
you
until
So
the I'll wait until
Japanese
the
and your name is
remarks.
Patrick?
while we here on this, I also seen this, and I believe this is a skit. But one of our viewers want us to you know comment on this. This. I saw that this was a couple in the hospital. She was about to give birth. The nurse comes in, and this is what happens. It's on you, Teron.
Hey. The room is prepared for delivery, but only one of y'all can go. Oh, okay. So you gonna come? Yeah.
No, 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 no. I'm gonna go.
What do you mean?
What you? I mean, that's my first son.
This is my first grandson.
So the nurse comes in, tells them the room's ready. Only one can go in, and uh, the lady's mom immediately stood up, and the father was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" There's nowhere in my for me that I'm there. I am in town. I'm not on the road. I'm not doing nothing. I'm in town. I'm at that hospital. My girl, my wife, my whatever the case may be is, and it's question who gets to go in. It's not a question. It's not a question. My boy actually just dealt with this, um, and it wasn't until like the last second the girlfriend was like, "Ma, let him come in, please." And it was his first child.
Mm.
So this happens in real life, clearly, bro. That would have been. I would have. If she fights back and like let my mom listen. All right, cool. Go ahead. I would want right. Put me on child support right now. I'm good. I'm not dealing with none of this because I feel like that's disrespectful in my opinion. I honestly feel it's disrespectful. You got a man that's in the child wants to be in the child's life and then wants to experience the birth of his child. I don't care if it's his 10th child. If he wants to experience that, he has the right. You was not in the room with them making this baby.
Yep.
You weren't.
And that's gonna be the first of many oversteps. Believe that.
Oh, 1,000%.
Mm-hmm.
1,000%.
I agree with you,
Will,
DJ. If she doesn't, oh,
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I agree with you. If she doesn't fight for me to be in the room, or she, because I know that could be difficult to have the fight between the father of your child and your mom, especially if the relationship is good. But at the end of the day, if she um is just trying to quell the situation, she's not leaning towards me. It's not gonna be no last minute for me. I'm just gonna be like, you know what, you got it, you got it, y'all got it. I'm gonna go out because I'm not going back. That's all I need to know right there. I'm going.
Hmm.
I'll be in the waiting room. Just tell me when my child gets here.
Will,
What are you
oh,
doing
go. Sorry,
after?
Contrell.
What are you
Oh,
doing
it's
after?
it's oh, it's
Is it
World War
over?
Three after. It's
Is
World
it
War
over?
Three after. It's World War Three after because I don't want to. I don't like in a public place. I wouldn't let my that side of me be seen because that's the kind of stuff that gets documented and gets brought up in the court case. So
So
Hmm.
I'm just
you
gonna be
just
like,
gonna wait till
you know what, you got it. And then when it gets down to it, when her mother tries to come and talk to me, get out of my face, Earlene. Don't say nothing to me. Like I have no respect for Earlene no more. Get out of my face. Like nothing but disrespect. But I never been a baby father, so I don't get it. But I'm just this is where I'm thinking about it now. Like, no, I'm not standing. I'm not fighting with you over this. Nah, heck no. Mm-mm.
Contrell.
it's, it's a weird situation, bro. Cause I don't know. Like for me, I'm a little extreme. Like if I if I was single, right? I'll just do this. If I was single, like just had a girlfriend, or if it's my wife, like if she didn't fight for me to be in the wrong, like I'm gonna make sure my child is born. I'm gonna be in the waiting room. Cool. Like George. I don't know what's gonna happen after that. I'm no I'm gonna take care of my child. But that I don't know, bro. That is like that's a lack of respect to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's a low blow, bro. Like I don't know. The mom, like she was straight disrespectful. She shouldn't even like try to volunteer at all. Like she's foul for that.
Immediately.
She's foul for that, bro. Um, but yeah, I like if I'm not if it's not being fought for me to go in the room. First of all, it shouldn't be a fight. If there's any
Right.
type of consideration that the mom should go in there, then I'm gonna consider something else. I might not be here.
Right.
I might not be. Uh, we're gonna have this child, and we're gonna go our merry way. You know what I mean? I don't take that joke, bro. I'm sorry.
If
I
you
don't
are
take
not
that.
married, if there are decisions that have to be made on the mother's behalf, and if the baby daddy, I'm sorry, and the baby daddy is not the hubby, guess what? You can't make no decisions. I hear you,
Oh,
Auntie
oh,
Anita. I
oh,
hear what you're
Anita,
saying,
Auntie Anita.
but as for me and what I do, if I'm just dating, it's not happening. It's not happening. Like that's just something you're gonna have to deal with the repercussions. If you want to deal with that and you want your moms to come in and you think I'm tripping and all that, you're just gonna have to deal with the repercussions after. So after,
Can we put that?
I
Can we
But
don't.
put
that's
that?
weird.
I don't
That's weird.
understand. I don't
Wait.
understand this,
That,
and obviously, I've never been in a delivery room. But this, if something goes wrong with the mother, if she's not married, she needs to choose who she trusts. All right, so you trust your mother.
He
So
about to say
what's your
what I was
mother
going
gonna do in the delivery room? What's the mother gonna do in the delivery room if something goes wrong? Is your mother a doctor?
to.
No, she gonna
Exactly.
sit there and start crying with you, worrying, fretting, stressing, while the doctors do what they need to do. I don't understand that. If you're
And
not,
then
and if you're not the hubby, you can't make no decisions. Like this is a whole medical procedure.
If you're
Like
not
I
married, you can't
understand.
be the
So it's like
father of the
what?
child.
exactly.
Okay,
Like,
all right.
what
So
do you
That's
so
mean?
you'll
wild.
What?
spread your legs. You'll spread your legs
Yeah.
and bust it open and let him bust inside you. And then when it's time for the baby to be born, you
trust
can't
with
say nothing. But
trust.
then when the baby need formula, the baby need diapers,
Exactly.
the baby got bills, you're
Exactly.
not going to
Be
his
a
mother for
Preach.
that.
man.
Now you're gonna
Be a
turn around
man.
and you're gonna go right back to the baby daddy talking about be a man, be a man. You supposed to
Hmm.
do this, you
life or
supposed to
death
do that.
decisions,
Like
That's what
but
I'm talking about too. Like, how you gonna
what do
trust
we?
me to?
I don't get
You
it.
can't
I
trust me to
don't.
make
I'm
life or
sorry. I
death
don't get it.
decisions, but you trust me to have a baby with. Like, where's the
Life or
sense?
death decision. We created a whole life together, and now all of a sudden, I can't make no decisions concerning the life that we went half on
Exactly.
because if something goes wrong in the delivery room, you want somebody there you can trust. That's not gonna do nothing. That's just gonna sit there. Chances are the doctor's probably gonna tell you to get out
You
anyway
get the
if it
fuck
really
out.
get
Yeah.
that bad. Like, what are we saying?
They gotta tell you get the fuck out. You not standing in there. And it's
yeah.
just mad
Go ahead.
disrespectful. It just like things like this, and the reason why like I ain't gonna lie, like it triggers me a bit because it's like the fathers is not important to y'all, to women. It's just like there's just different scenarios where it's just constantly shown in life where the father is just not seen as an important figure, and I don't like that. I really don't like that.
Because I feel like if they were like, yeah, nah, I'm not going there. Let her have her mom, and all of a sudden he's labeled a deadbeat, right? He ain't ish nigga. Yeah,
And if you treat us like that after the child's born, of course it's gonna be in our child's life. But when we don't want to rock with you, don't put us on child support. Don't
So
try
then
to
here's
live
my
with
next
me.
question then. So
You know what I'm
so we not
saying?
allowed to make no decision. So let's flip the scenario, right? We about to hop in the car to go somewhere. It's your ladies, it's your boyfriend, not your hubby, you and his mother. And y'all all getting in the car and you and the mother both go for the front seat and she tell you to get in the back and he tell you to get in the back. Is he wrong? Or should you have the front seat?
Uh-oh.
uh
Hey,
oh.
Quay.
There was so much
I wanna know
testosterone in here. I said, let me in the
how would y'all
room.
receive how would y'all respond in that?
Give
So,
give
um,
give Quaver the scenario again.
so I got the
So
scenario.
all
You got
right,
to
so
give it
let's
to
say
me.
okay.
You're talking about
I
the
want
the
to hear what you
the the birthing room. We talking about the birthing room, right?
no. I gave a
Oh, go
different
ahead. Sorry.
scenario. I said
Okay, go ahead.
so let's say in this situation you and Tehran not married. This is before y'all have kids, all that stuff, right? Now let's say you, Tehran, and Tehran's mom, y'all about to hop in the car to go somewhere. You and Tehran's mom both go for the front seat. Tehran's mom tells you get in the back. And Tehran turns around and also tells you, yeah, hop in the back. My mom gets the front seat. How do you receive that situation?
I don't have a problem with that situation, but also we have all been in the car together, and I offer the front seat to her, and she always wants to sit in the back. Even in her own car, she has sat in the back seat and told me to sit in the front. So we don't really have that issue. But if I had to get in the back, I'll just get in the back. Like, I just whatever. That's your mother. Like I don't, because at the end of the day, like I got kids. I would want some my child to choose me, and even if they don't, whatever. Like I just feel like it's a respect thing, and I'm not a person that's gonna be like fighting over no seat. We all going to the same place. It don't matter. But what I do want to respond to is the birthing room,
Mm-hmm.
only
Mm-hmm.
because now if you are married, this is different. You chose to have your life with this person. That person should be in the room with you 100%, or that person has the right to say, I want to be in the room with you, I am your husband, whatever case might be. If you're not married and you're somebody like me who has had three what we consider high risk pregnancies, if I'm not married, I need somebody to be in the room who is going to choose my life. Black women die every day giving birth, daily. I can't even tell you the statistics, but it's high. And so, if just personally speaking, if I have a high risk pregnancy and this is kind of like just a baby daddy, not that he's not important as a father, even if he wants to be there, but who is he going to choose? Like, if I question that, if it's down to save the baby's life or save my life, and I think you might save the baby and not me, or, I could want you to save the baby and you choose me no matter what it is. Like, I feel like somebody needs to be there to advocate for me in the event that I pass out, that I lose too much blood, that some emergency happens. Because I think what men don't understand is that giving birth ain't easy. It ain't just like, oh, okay, you go up to the hospital, pop the baby out, and it's all good. No, like, this is like death passing through your body. And so it's a real serious thing. Now, according to the video, I do think 100% he wants to be in the room. He should be in the room. Like that's mom shouldn't even like give up a fuss. I think mother should be quiet. Like you had your kids. Like you made your choices of who you want in the room. Let the person giving birth do that. But yeah, I just think if you're not married, it's not as easy of a decision to make.
I think it's easy, and the reason why I feel it's easy is for one is because like it's what like okay what the mom did is a bad look because
Agreed.
it's not the dude is there, so we gotta assume that he's in both their lives. He wants to be at least in the child's life. Like they did this together. The way I'm looking at it, no matter how it goes, they gotta figure it out. So if I was the mother, like I'm causing confusion, trying to fight that when he's sitting there, he's trying to be there for his kid's mom. He's trying to be there for his kid, but I'm trying to step in. That's causing confusion. How they gonna be able to figure that out when they got, a third wheel over here intervening? And you know what I'm saying? I just feel like
Well,
that's a
I
bad
agree
look.
with you, Will. Well, I agree with you. I don't disagree at all. But what you guys were saying is like, now what if the mother, the woman giving birth, chooses her
Mhm.
mother over the baby daddy? Now y'all got a problem with that. But we don't
Yeah,
know in a
that's what I'm
situation if they was
saying.
married or not. But I'm saying if they're not married, it's not as black and white.
And I get that, but I'm saying like even if it was Gigi, right? She has,
Okay.
God forbid this ever to happen. She's about to be a baby mama, but her baby father there. She's like, Dad, I want you in there with me. I'm gonna be like, I get it, and I'm here for you. I'm gonna be close as I can be, but y'all gotta figure this out. Like I can't, like you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying. I can't rob this man of his duties. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
can't.
No,
Me
I agree
being a
with
man,
that.
yeah, I can't do that. And I
So,
understand.
like,
Like
for
I get it.
example, and to y'all point, sometimes they'll kick y'all out. Tehran was not in the room when I had Kai, but it was an emergency situation and they
Mhm,
didn't want nobody in there. I was like, I had to have an emergency C-section,
mhm,
6 o'clock in the morning, and they told Tehran he couldn't come in. I couldn't believe that. Like,
mhm.
so it's just not as black and white when it's an emergency or when, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not as easy to just be like, oh no, I should be there. Things could go really wrong, and they do all the
Yeah,
time. And so I guess
and
that's
I
just
get
my
that.
perspective.
No, I
I
get
think
that
we're
100%.
speaking more.
That's a tough.
I think we're speaking more to the protocol situation as opposed to an emergency situation.
Yeah, because there's a
Emergency
choice.
situation. If they rush in there and they tell me, "Hey, we need to clear the room," Let's go, Earlene. We
So
gotta
what if the
go.
what if the woman giving birth said? What if the woman giving birth said, "I don't want nobody in the room. I want to be in here by myself." What the father
Nah,
supposed
what?
to say to that?
Like you
But what if
If
she
wilding
say
she,
that?
out.
Like, I just want to be in here by myself, me and the nurses.
And I'm saying, nah, this is our child. Like, what are you thinking?
Do she not have the right though? That's what I'm asking.
ah,
Like,
that's a
Well,
good
then,
question.
protocol.
But
What do the doctors
where's
say
the
to that?
man?
Oh
well,
no,
then
Where's
you
the
got to let the
man's
father
I'm
be
right?
here.
well, I'm gonna leave, and I'm not signing no birth certificate. I don't want to hear nothing from you. This we parting ways. Period. After that,
Dang.
like,
But I'm saying,
Nah,
what do the
dang,
doctors
that's
say? Is the
crazy.
doctor supposed to be like, no, he has a right because he's the father? No, they probably gonna be like, sir, this what she want.
well, I
That's a
mean, yeah, but
conversation
If we
between me
talking
and
And then
protocol,
Earlene.
that
and
they do that
then
in the
what?
courts. So it's like, like they always gonna be against you. So it's like you could do about that. That's why it's where you and the mom y'all gotta lock in. We're like we gotta lock in because the world is against us regardless. So we gotta lock in
agreed.
no matter what. Yeah,
Agreed. I think any father who wants to be there should be able to be there. Um, but like I
and
said,
I
if
think
you
you.
back to your first conversation, like
Hmm.
men leading, if you are a man who's leading, your presence
Hmm.
would never even be questioned. It will automatically be like, oh no, like, yeah, this my man, he's my leader, he should be here.
Right.
Yeah,
So
but
what
we
make
know
her say in the first place, like, maybe I don't want him in the room?
because we know there's a different breed of woman out here that we got to get rid of. That just
Oh my god.
But that's tricky though,
Will.
Quay, because Earlene
yeah.
is not subject to your infrastructure. So just because he's a leader in y'all relationship, if y'all not married, Earlene is like, I'm not a citizen of that country.
Yeah,
Like,
because that's
Arlene
dumb
is
to me.
different because she's a Jamaican woman. Like, she don't go by
I'm
your
not
rules.
I'm not subject to these rules.
She
So
not.
the only people that can get Earlene out of there is ICE, and they're not coming up there. So what
They
we
not
gonna
coming.
do?
So yeah, I mean
Listen, if you know anything about having a Jamaican parent, my lord. Mm.
And I get that. Hold up. I was a baby mama at first, LOL, and I had to kick Keith out for the epidural portion. He was nervous, and when I was throwing up, and he handed me a
Wait, read it because I
he
can't see
handed me a
it.
Dixie cup. Look at this.
Oh my
yo,
god.
Oh
Keith
my god.
Keith.
got to get out now. I
oh
not
my
a Dixie cup.
god,
Oh my god.
Wait, read the rest because I can't see it.
Yo,
Wait, hold on.
yo,
Oh my god.
Dixie cup
A,
instead of the
literally
garbage can. I knew
a
he
Dixie cup.
wasn't
Come on,
handling the
man.
epidural part, but he was cool after
All
that.
right.